So hey everyone, this is Elone, and I'm here with a little bit of a different background right now. Or rather, you probably recognize it, but it's way closer. I'm actually using my camera and in my phone to record this. As well, did I actually make a little tripod thing. This looks like this. So this is my tripod I'm using. A bottle of water, and I can't even duct tape this shit because I don't have any tape. So I'm just placing the camera there, my mobile phone, in this slot and aim it towards me here where I'm sitting in the sofa, and voila! When you can't afford things, you need to think outside of the box, or toilet paper. But yes, I decided to do something different today here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the random characters. I have a very big, you see, this is OCs I have for different RPs, and this is not to mention that I have even way more that is not on paper like this. We have like Drakkar and Demoner, Eon, Pathfinder, Mutant. Says it's a lot of characters here, because I've spent over a decade with my friends RP like this. And to start off, I decided to actually showcase, because since I'm into Broken Hero Academia right now here on my channel, I decided to actually check on one of my first Heroes characters in an RP game called, actually this book, Heroes Unlimited. It's actually in English, so you would understand it. It's well, if you understand English, of course. And I think we had a really good time with it. And my first character, well, my second actually, but he became a little bit of my favorite, is a guy named Cid Creed. Yes, ignore the awful drawing and my blood, it looks like crap. A big ass guy that was a former military that will gain the superpower of supernatural strength. Meaning that he is absurdly strong. I don't mean super strong, but it's way beyond that. He is so fucking strong that he lifted an 18-wheeler and threw it at an enemy that was iron body and could do so much damage. He punched right through it. Not full damage, but damn, he was like the only one that could do that. He got his powers as pretty old. He's 33 when I started with RP and all that. I originally called him Gorilla because he's big and because of his superpower and all that. But I realize now when I'm looking at it, I mean, this was way back, and the guy is black, and I didn't think on that back in the day that it could be taken definitely as racist, and I scratched that right now. That is his nickname. Felt a bit insensitive now when I'm looking at it, but back then I didn't realize that. I was under kind of heavy influence from my father though, but yes. And I mean, as you can see, it's pretty scary, and I'm terribly sorry it's mirrored for you, but yeah, a fucking awesome character, I must say. I mean, he's pretty simple in his way. I mean, he relies on his great strength. Imagine All Might, but have constantly that strength. However, he do have quite a big freaking weakness. First of all, he's not mentally strong, that he can easily be affected by mental abilities like telepathy, telekinesis and things like that that affect the brain and mind. But also that he has a limb. He have, you know, metal support on his leg because he damages his leg so much, so he doesn't have the strength in the leg anymore. And even after he got a new superpower, his leg is still weak. He doesn't have that strength. So a normal speed in this game is about 12 and up, I would say, because you can get pretty high speed in this game. He is on 4, so he's very low. And he compensates though with his abnormal strength, which is on, as I said, about 12. I would say is the normal value of a normal person. He have 86 on strength, so he's pretty fucking obscure in that sense. And Cid Creed's biggest achievement must be when he was fighting this Iron Man guy. He transformed to Iron, and they were literally standing still and pummel each other until Cid took a truck that was beside him and actually crushed the guy. That was pretty fun. And after that, he did see they have an enemy. Well, actually a couple of enemies, but it was one enemy that my friend Sabayomo was playing, called Morganus. I think it was Morganus at least. And that fucking guy, I don't joke you, that fucker was so fucking dangerous. He was one man. He was like one of these, we fighting in big organizations and all that, and then this fucking guy appears, nobody's side, and he literally go up there, and he had, one of his ability was that he could create like a little beam that he could cut with. And the thing with that beam was it cut through atoms. That meant that if you cut your hand, it wouldn't heal naturally, because the atoms itself are cut, so it wouldn't bind. So that literally meant that he could cut your arm off, and you need to cut off an extra bit, because yeah, or you will bleed to death because it wouldn't heal. So that was, though he had a couple of other abilities as well, making him really, really strong. So this guy was standing on the rooftop fighting two other characters. Well, three actually, because he was fighting, or I think it was my memory is a bit scary, but he was fighting a woman that she was pretty much as a sponge. She absorbed others' powers, and it was on the good side, so to speak. And then my other character, Paul Jaeger, that had the ability to teleport. The thing is that this Morganus guy has the ability to, within a certain range, he can feel all life. That means that he can never be surprised, no matter what. And even when Paul teleported right into him, he was literally like, killing him. He did survive somehow though. I'm not sure why, but I think he lost his powers. I think that was the case. But yes, and he did the same on the other one, because he could negate powers as well, I think. He was obscure, scary. But in all of this madness, and seeing that this guy, Morganus, literally killing and destroying everyone, Cid was standing on the ground, just defeated this Iron Man guy, and seeing on the rooftop of this guy get his friends getting killed. And knowing that he can't run up there, of course, he can't jump either that well, he takes a cab that is beside him. Take this cab, lift it up with one hand, and launches it, throw it over the rooftop, bouncing over the others, and hit this Morganus that vanished over and down somewhere. And ironically, of all characters in this campaign, Cid Creed, that it was the slowest and had the simplest power, was actually one that knocked down the most dangerous character in this show, in this campaign. And I feel proud for that. Also, he has a boxer, a dog, you know. I'm not sure if it's the same name on the race in English, but yes, that is named Buster. And that dog also have a superpower, which is consumption, meaning that he can eat literally anything. And that is pretty fucking... Just imagine that, oh, it's a cute dog, and then started eating up a car or two, you know, the classic fun, nice little things. So that is Cid Creed and some of his achievements. I definitely could go and talk more about this character and many others, because they are old, they have lots of history to them, and the campaigns me and my friends played. I might talk more about this if there is an interest to this, and I honestly don't mind it, because it's so fun for me to relive these memories of these characters, and generally just talking about them and sharing my thoughts and my old things here. Even if I have some things I'm not proud of. What are you saying? My computer's sounding. Like his nickname that I now scratch when I realized, like, maybe that wasn't a good nickname. So yes, that will be for it now. I will be back with more things on my channel though, so thank you for watching. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like for more. I will be back soon. So remember to have a continued super great day.